up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Let's go, let's go! Done! 120! I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school! Check 24, check 24.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got one. This my 7. My 55.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check 3, check 3. Kill. Mike.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, it's Bird finding some room at midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Hey, it's our house. Alert 357. Alert 3. Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And running with power here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
To try again after the sack. Wentz, throw caught here by Bird. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
All day, baby, all day, all day. Two Jen. Mike 55. I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
That's 180. Right there, 56. You remember me?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got it.
Now Mayfield. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Alert! Hey, Alpha! 56!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Oh, what a juke into space. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
180! Check 56. King!
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Right there. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Marr able to put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Great 15, great 15.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Lefty.
Check 99. Check 99.
Kill.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Check 39. Switch.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Set, 180. 54 miles. Coming to you, coming to you.
On first down, it's Elliott. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 56. I got one.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wentz. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Wentz connecting with his tight end Goddard, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Man 5-7. 15, Mike. 15.
Again, it's Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
5-9.
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I'm coming after you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
Now Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. A good pick up there of 20 yards. It's a gain of 20. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's go.
Forward, Tokyo.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Once again with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
36.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Cowboys take over first down chance at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mayfield down. He's got the connection to Cooper. Touchdown! Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Byrd. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Wentz to throw again. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 9, check 9.
Wide, get wide.
14, 82, 14.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Brings up fourth down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Checking things elsewhere, third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Vikings opening up their lead. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's Elliott, complete. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Rip left, rip left.
from the gun. Mayfield. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
180!
Right there.
Regular.
Pretty quiet. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw, Mayfield. Cooper's got it. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way
and he coughed it up. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Come to my work.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lefty.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. For the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Wentz going to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Point after, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Sunday. Please find 7.
Now Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. From the red zone now, Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, high 7.
To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Wentz to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Come on, guys. We got this.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.